Oh, hey. How you doing? Of all the things the devil's done, I wonder exactly how he was able to get Kirk Douglas to be an Albertino DiMartino ripoff of The Omen. This is the same director who made The Antichrist and Miami Golem. What horrifying secrets is the first to fall and how to make one of the lead actors of Hollywood's golden age appear in this burst of satanic majesty, my friends?
There is no hope. There is no future. The door to the kingdom of hell has been opened. The chosen is coming.
We must solve the energy crisis. And we will solve it by building this thermonuclear plant here in this area over which we're flying now.
The dragon of the apocalypse is your atomic plant. Those who try to stop it have been destroyed.
Hello!
The chosen will rise from our most horrifying dreams. The chosen cannot be stopped. Prayer will not help, for the chosen is coming to destroy the earth.
From your seed comes evil.
The chosen will come among us. The world will lose its mind.
From your seed comes evil.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is sure.
I'm the heir of a man who must leave his post because of a severe nervous breakdown.
Just relax.
Is she the chosen? Is he? Is it the madman? The mother? The son? The baby? The friend? Or is it him? Kirk Douglas, Simon Ward, Agostino Belli, Virginia McKenna, Anthony Quayle. The chosen is coming.
Holocaust 2000, a.k.a. The Chosen, a.k.a. Reign of Fire, written by DiMartino, Michael Robinson, and Sergio Donati, wrote the script for Once Upon a Time in the West and Ducky-Sucker, as well as Orca, early Arnold vehicle Raw Deal, and the original Man on Fire. You gotta hand it to Robert Kane, who Douglas plays, no matter how many people protest. Matter of fact, his wife was stabbed in front of him at a party, or the killer went nuts at a mental institution, cut his own wrists in front of him. He ain't giving up on his plan to build a nuclear power plant near a sacred cave in the Middle East. What a bad idea. He soon learns he has bigger problems as his son, Angel Simon Ward from the Monster Club, is the Antichrist. The plant he wants to build looks just like the evil beast that the horror bad one will ride at the end of the world. Seriously, after a bit of crumpet, Kane falls asleep next to his way too young new girlfriend, as he already has a new girlfriend, Agostini Bellion, who was in the original Son of a Woman, and he watches the nuclear plant rise from the sea with multiple heads coming up from the current. An Italian and UK co-production, this movie also features Avio Guarani from Black Sabbath as the Prime Minister, Alexander Knox, who all the way back in 1944 almost won an Oscar for Wilson before his liberal views got him chased out of Hollywood during the McCarthy era, Adolfo Celli, who wasn't just Emilio Largo in Thunderball, he's also Captain, Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, and the villain is Ralph Velmont in Danger Diabolic, Jeffrey Keane, Minister of Defense Frederick Gray in 6 Bond movies and one of the 3 noblemen using Dracula in The Astounding Taste of Blood of Dracula, Peter Sellier, Sir Frank Gordon from Yes, Prime Minister, Dennis Lawson, Wedge Antilles to you.
The size of that thing.
And Tony Clarkin, who played a stormtrooper in the 2nd and 6th Star Wars movies, as well as appearances in the Monster Club as a vampire in Outland. Yes, if you are a British thespian, there's a good chance you're going to play a Nazi, a Star Wars villain, and probably like Roman. So those are good roles for you to use your British accent for. Europe, the movie ends with Kane living in exile with his newborn child as Angel begins developing the plant intended to cause Armageddon. But in the U.S., we can't end it like that in the U.S. No. Douglas returned to his company and blows everybody up real good.
But I'll tell you, I do have a favorite director over there, and that's Michelangelo Antonioni.
Oh, yeah.
You see that movie, Zabriskie Point?
Yeah.
You remember how it ended?
Yeah, everything at the end blowed up.
Blowed up good.
Blowed up real good.
Real good.
Yeah. You know that one movie he made, though, I didn't like was Blow Up.
No, I didn't like that neither. Nothing blowed up in it.
I don't know why they call movies Blow Up and nothing blows up.
Sam, could you get me another 70s cult movie that I haven't seen? Yeah, X. 1973, director Leo Garin only made this one movie, and his directing career is limited to an episode of I Dream of Jeannie and a short movie called Hoot Purr. Hoot Purr, I like saying that. He was better known as a writer working on shows like Vegas with a $sign, Quincy MD. You know what a Quincy MD is? It's vodka with 2 Vicodins. And TJ Hooker, plus he wrote Band of the Hand, a movie that I'll probably get to before you know it. I just like saying Band of the Hand. I thought it was about jerking off. It's not. It's about a band of the hand. He was joined in the script writing by Vernon Zimmerman. Sam, is that the guy who wrote The Unholy Rollers and Fade to Black? Yeah. He also wrote Bobby Joe and the Outlaws, so he's the guy that said to Wonder Woman, take your top off. And Teen Witch, so top that.
Stop that. I wish you finally take a real look and really stop that.
They're aided and abetted by Steve Katz, who wrote for the A-Team and Hardcastle and McCormick. Remember that car? As well as Duran William Cannon, who wrote the original story. His credits include Bruce and McCloud. 1980 TV version of Brave New World, and a little film called Skidoo. That probably explains why Hex is so weird. The original screenplay was written in 1969 with the goal being the biggest piece of schlock, combining 2 hot genres, biker films and supernatural horror. Good news. They succeeded. Tagline, there's a place at the edge of the wild where 2 young sisters are waiting to enchant you. One can make things grow. One can make things die. They'll scare the hex out of you. What can the one make grow? Who could say? Set in 1919, this movie shot on location at Cheyenne River Indian Reservation in South Dakota. After being acquired by 20th Century Fox, it gathered dust on the shelf because the studio decided to recut it in a more straightforward occult-themed film. I don't know what they did because it's still real weird. It was also released under its working title, Grassland, as well as The Shrinking, which is a great title, and Charms, which is not. After the First World War, a loosely knit band of motorcyclists, you may call them a gang, make their way across the U.S. on the way to California. Right now, they're in rural Bingo, Nebraska, where they lose a hot rod race and flee after a dispute, as you do. The gang includes Archibald Whizzer Overton, Keith Carradine, who I never realized was Martha Plimpton's dad. Thank you for making her. Golly, Mike Combs in his only acting role. Jim Bang, Scott Glenn from The Right Stuff. Chupo, Robert Walker from Beware the Blob, Easy Rider, and, of course, The Passover Plot. Gibson, Giblets, Meredith, Gary Busey. Put Gary Busey on a motorcycle, not a good idea. And a woman named China, Doria Cook Nelson, the wife of Craig T. Nelson, who also shows up in The Swarm and Evil Town. That's why you listen to this podcast, Evil Town. They hide in a remote farm owned by 2 sisters, Acacia, 22 Acacia Avenue. Hillary Thompson, the wife of Alan Ormsby, and an actress who shows up in The Fury and Nighthawks, along with the wig that Sylvester Stallone wears. And Oriole, Christina Rains, of course, Christina Rains, beloved from The Sentinel. Their Native American shaman father has just died, and Oriole must run the farm with an iron fist. Despite letting the biker stay, Giblets tries to assault 22 Acacia Avenue. He gets hexed, and an owl rips out his eyes. This is not the weirdest thing that happens in this movie. Oriole supplies him with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. She does not want Giblets buried on her land. However, she will supervise the funeral. Yes, Gary Busey gets his eyes ripped out by an owl. If you only watch one movie where that happens, make it Hex, a.k.a. Grassland. Soon Acacia is falling for Golly. She's falling for Golly, and Oriole and Wizard grow close, but China soon reveals that the man is a liar. Never a veteran, stolen valor, but instead a mechanic trying to invent a better life story for himself. So Oriole does what anyone does. She takes some of China's hair, sews it into the mouth of a toad, and gives her horrific visions. Then she takes out the gang one by one. Jim Bang tries to shoot Oriole, but his gun lives up to his name as it misfires, and Jim bangs himself. Chupo gets possessed by Chupa Chop Snow. Chupo gets possessed and attacks Wizard against his will. After he's sliced with a sickle, Oriole makes love to Wizard, who also kills the frog, who is an effigy of China. Whew, a lot of death. Acacia, tired of Oriole using their father's shaman magic for evil. Is it magic or just shamanism? Renounces it just as she shows up clad in robes. It all strangely works out. Golly stays behind with Acacia, and on the only bike left, Oriole drives away with Wizard riding on the back. 4 fighter jets. Is it 1919? How are their jets? Pass overhead. What did I just watch? Think. I loved it. Oh yeah, Dan Haggerty's in this as Brother Billy. Yankee Wolfington, who represented actors in at least 10,000 equity cases, as part of the Actors Fund of America, plays a bandmaster. John Carradine is in some of the production stills as an old gunfighter, but he never shows up in the U.S. cut of the film. Man, we need a new version of this just so we can see what was John Carradine doing other than drinking. Will Norman Mailer considered Hex one of the top 10 films of 1973? Yep, he did. It basically sat in the vaults of 20th Century Fox. For his part, Guerin was happy with the recuts of the film and he completed it, referring to it as a sort of carnival snake oil underground comic book entertainment. The only trick that I tried to pull it off was to keep the audience constantly shifting. When it gets serious, I pull the rug out. It goes from blatant farce to serious to scary to balletic. Phantasmagoric. Oh my gosh. Trinity Home Entertainment releases on DVD 2006 as Charms. Anyways, it's BNS About Movies. Thank you for listening. Come back again and again. Come to the website, BNS About Movies. Email me, bnsaboutmovies@gmail.com. Another beer, another podcast.